Okay. The last topic of the chapter, sectors in terms of ownership. Okay, na? So in terms of ownership, we have two sector, public and private sector. Now, okay, so first of all, we'll see about the public sector, then private sector. So public sector is owned by the government and the private sector is owned by the private individuals or any private companies. Okay. So what is the sole objective of the public sector is to give a welfare to the people. Okay, they always doesn't think about profits. Okay, so in case of private sector, they always think about a profit. Whatever the commodities they produce those goods and services with the aim to earn a profit. Okay, so example of public sector is railway and post and telegraph, and the example of private sector is Tisco and Reliance Industries Limited, RIL. Okay, so this is the thing. So activities in the private sector are guided by okay, we have already seen. Let us say there are several things needed by the society as a whole, but which private sector will not able to at reasonable cost. Okay, na? So you know that some commodities are commonly needed, required by the people like roads, electricity, something kind of thing, and all those commodities could not be provided by the private sector. If they provide all those goods and services to the people, they would be charging higher prices. Okay, they would be charging high prices, and even some sometime it is beyond the capacity of the private sector to give those give those services to the people. Okay, even if they do provide these things, they would charge a high rate. Okay, example, construction of road, bridges, railway harbors, all these uh, production of all these commodities needs a lots of spending, and at sometime it may not be possible for the uh, private sector to produce such commodities. Okay, so by the government step in case of this thing. Okay, in case of producing these services, okay, na? So that the services could be available to everyone. Now, there are some activities which the government has to support, and there are some activities also the government has to support to the private sector, private people, or to the public. Okay, the private sector may not continue the production of business unless government encourages it. Sometimes it happens like okay, cost of production becomes very high. As a matter of fact, some company need have to shut down. So at a time the government needs to help them so that the all those small units could continue to produce. Okay, so it's like supposing that cost price of the commodities increases. As a matter of fact, the profit will be less, and even sometime they would not be earning some profits. So eventually what happens, some small units company will shut down. So government here, the government needs to interfere. The government have to encourage those small units so that they could continue their production. The government does, but supposing that electricity is the price of the electricity is very high, so government can encourage those units by supplying the electricity as a lower price. Okay, so that they could continue their production. Now similarly, the government in India buys wheat and rice from farmers at a fair price. Stores in its grounds and sell at a lower price to the consumer. So similarly, government does support to farmers and consumers. And you know that about how the government helped the farmers, we have already seen in the uh, class 9 economics in the chapter food security, so I'm not going to explain you anymore. And consumers, so consumers also the government is doing lots, like using the PDS system, public distribution system. Government is providing some commodities like in necessary commodities, basic needs of the people at a very lower price. So how it can be possible? Because government is uh, you know paying half of the expenses on behalf of us, and so why we are getting those commodities as a at a lower price. So okay, so this is the thing the government does for the consumer and the farmers. There are a large number of activities which are the primary responsibility of the government. Okay, so there are some responsibility of the governments. Let us see one by one. The government must spend on this. Okay, providing health and education is a responsibility of the government. Okay, we have discussed some of this in the first chapter. Running proper schools and providing quality education, particularly elementary education, is a duty of the government. So all these are duty of the government. The government needs to provide all these facilities to the people. Now, India's size of illiterate population, one of the largest in the world. So we have good amount of illiterate people in our country. So in order to literate all those people, it is the duty of the government. Okay. Similarly, we have nearly half of India's children are malnourished. ठीक है ना? So we have a big problem that our young generations are mostly malnourished, undernutrition. Okay, under malnutrition. So for that also the government needs to see, and as a matter of fact, quarter of them are the quarter. Okay, the quarter of them are 1/4 of the childrens are in critical ill. Okay, are having a critical ill. As a matter of fact, the infant mortality of our country is very high compared to the other countries. ठीक है ना? Here some examples are given. So in case of Orissa it is 87, and in case of Madhya Pradesh it is 85. And you would be surprised to know that this infant mortality rate is even higher than the least developed regions of Africa. Okay, so this is one of the serious matter of our country. Government also needs to pay attention to aspects of human development such as availability. Okay, the government, to see about human development of the country, it is the sole duty of the government. Okay, now for that, for human development, the government needs to do what they have to: able safe drinking water, housing facilities for the poor, and food and nutrition. So all this needs to be provided by the government. It is also the duty of the government to take care of the poorest and most ignored regions of the country to increase spending in such areas. Okay, so what happened in our country? You can see that some areas are very developed and some areas are very less developed. So the government has have to develop all those regions which are very least developed. So it is one of the sole duty of the government to develop all these regions which are very underdeveloped, which are least developed. And again, some in our society, some people are very poor. So for those also, the government have to take care. Okay, poorest of the poor. ठीक है ना? तो society, ना, rich and poor, we have two types of people, rich and poor. And among the poor also we have poorest of the poor people. The government needs to take care of them. So these are the responsibility of the government and sectors of the government, sectors of the economy on the basis of ownership we have seen. Thank you very much. In case of any problem, please ask your queries. ठीक है? Thank you.